NASA claims to have landed 6 of their Apollo moon missions on the moon. When looked at with the skeptical eye, however, it is clearly obvious that these moon missions were faked, along with the rest of NASA's achievements. NASA has lost all the original Apollo moon landing footage and telemetry data, and no one is able to verify if any of it was even authentic. Many of the pictures have Earth copied and pasted into the backgrounds, and the shadows are pointing in different directions, proving that there was more than one light source. The sun should be the only light source on the moon, so all the shadows should be in the same direction, yet they are not. When looking at pictures of Mars, the hills of the Martian landscape look oddly similar and almost exactly like hills in Arizona, Australia, Egypt, or even Ireland. If you remove the red tint in the images that's been added from Photoshop, you'll notice that Mars looks exactly like Earth. Some of the Mars rover pictures are just computer-generated animations, while the videos are all filmed here on Earth. The only time we ever see curvature is from NASA's fake CGI images or fisheye lenses on GoPro cameras. Many who claim to have seen the curve from an airplane window have to consider the curved glass and the fact that the horizon rises to the eye level of the observer. On a ball, the horizon would drop from eye level as the plane rises, but that doesn't happen at all. Instead, the horizon always rises to eye level, which is impossible on a globe and is only consistent with a flat plane. People sometimes see a slight curve from the window and forget that they are looking out at a flat horizon. In the mid-1800s, a man named Leon Foucault began swinging pendulums with pins placed down and a ball and socket joint so it would swing in a circle. He claimed that instead of the pendulum moving, it was actually the Earth moving beneath it. However, this can easily be debunked because there is no way to start a pendulum in motion without giving it slight lateral bias. Some pendulums would swing too slow, some would swing too fast, some would swing in the opposite direction, and some wouldn't even swing at all. Although Foucault's pendulum doesn't prove anything, they are still being used across the world as proof of Earth's motion. On the flat Earth, north would be at the center of the Earth, and south would be anywhere extending away from north. A compass will always point north, no matter where you are on Earth. The North Pole would be just how the ancient cultures knew it: magnetic north. The ancients called it magnetic north because they believed that towards the center of the flat plane, it acted like a magnet. This is why no matter where on our flat Earth, when you hold a compass, it will always point to north, which appears to act like a magnet, drawing you to that direction. If anything, north and south seems to make more sense on the flat Earth than the ball Earth. We are told that craters are holes in the Earth caused by the impact of a meteor that has crashed onto Earth. Although this is what we are told, it is far more likely that these craters or holes are caused by gas bubbles from below the surface, or even a sinkhole. If craters were actually caused by a burning ball of rock from space, leaving that big of a depression, then the rock itself should still be there inside the crater. Not only that, but there should be pieces of the meteor scattered around from the impact. Yet at all of these supposed meteor impact crater sites, there could be no trace whatsoever of any rock from space left in the hole. Meteors are just like moon rocks. NASA presents us rocks that they tell us are from outer space, and we believe that these are space rocks, only to find out later that we were lied to and that they are actually from Earth. Comets are shooting stars, which are not terra firma rocks, but rather lights that shoot across the sky. Many meteors, such as the one in Russia that broke school windows, don't appear to be normal rocks falling from the sky. It seems more possible that these meteors are just military objects that are being shot from airplanes at an angle to have us keep believing in meteors. These meteors appear to always be shot at an angle downward. If they really were rocks from space, then they should be hurtling down at all sorts of different angles and not the same one every time. No one is entirely certain if there is a dome or firmament above us. What we do know is that many ancient cultures portrayed a dome above a flat geocentric Earth, and even the Bible speaks of a vaulted dome or firmament. There were military operations conducted in the mid-1950s, such as Operation Fishbowl, where the military shot rockets up in the sky and they exploded as if hitting a dome. Although this is compelling, it is foolish to accept the existence of a dome based off belief without evidence. So for now, the idea and existence of a dome remains unknown. No, Flat Earth is for every human. Even though there are many religious people in the Flat Earth movement, Flat Earth itself is just the shape of the Earth and has nothing to do with religion. Based on the evidence surrounding it, any human can become a Flat Earther and awaken to one of humanity's greatest lies. The Bible does give what appears to be a flat-like motionless Earth, but it does not bluntly state that the Earth is flat. Not only does the Bible mention a dome, but it also speaks of the Earth being on pillars, the sun and moon both being luminous bodies, and speaks of Eden as a paradise with 4 rivers flowing out of it, just like the Mercator projection, with 4 rivers flowing from the north. The Bible was written before the heliocentric model was ever thought of, so why wouldn't it show a flat stationary Earth? The Flat Earth Society is controlled opposition. The concept behind controlled opposition is, as Vladimir Lenin once said, the best way to control the opposition is to lead it ourselves, meaning that the state, government, or secret societies control the leaders of the opposition against them, such as the Flat Earth Society. In other words, the Flat Earth Society says ridiculous things that will most likely steer people away and turn people off from the Flat Earth topic and dismiss it as ridiculous. For example, the Flat Earth Society says that gravity is not density and buoyancy like we clearly see, but instead, the Earth is rising upward at 1g to account for gravity and why objects fall. Every person who hears this immediately thinks it is ridiculous and is turned off, which is exactly what the Flat Earth Society was designed to do. Their theory clearly doesn't make sense, because why wouldn't the sun and moon crash into the Earth? And how would there be a flat disk rising upwards in space? It is controlled opposition, meant to turn you off from Flat Earth. That's it. Freemasonry is the world's largest and oldest secret society, ranging up to 5 million members across the plane. NASA is full of Freemasons and run by them, and most of the heliocentric sciences throughout history were Freemasons, such as Newton, Galileo, Copernicus, and even Pythagoras was touted as one of the first Freemasons. The Jesuits and the Vatican own and fund almost every major telescope in the world, including one they call Lucifer. The Jesuits are also known to be connected or even possibly created by Judaism, and Zionist Jews have control over banks, industries, and corporations. Even Freemasonry, The secret society pushing this deception is shown to have been created by Judaism. If you want to control someone, then the best thing to lie to them about is the very world they live upon. The world is run by psychopaths who want to keep us enslaved and lie to us. They tell us that we are just one out of a septillion other planets in space. They want us to think that we are meaningless and that we evolved from monkeys and that our lives have no purpose at all. They don't want us to know about our true origins, about where we live, about our creator, such as God, or even about our lives having meaning. They have made themselves as the highest authority and the keepers of the scientific knowledge, and we all work as their slaves from 9 to 5 every day, absorbing their lies as if it's truth. They have replaced our divine origins with the cosmic coincidence known as the Big Bang, and hide from us our true spiritual power and place on this intelligently designed flat Earth. No, scientists, pilots, engineers, and even some members in the government in lower positions are not even aware of this massive deception. All these people went through the same garbage schoolbook lies and indoctrination that the rest of us did. The only people who are aware of this lie and pushing it are the ones ruling our world, whoever they may truly be. For example, if Earth were truly a spinning ball, then why would the United Nations use a flat Earth map as their logo? Obviously, the true powers know something that we don't, and the rest of us are left here to discover it on our own. The flat Earth topic never ended, but just died down, and there are many great researchers leading the movement. In late 2014, Eric Dubay published The Flat Earth Conspiracy, which was the first flat Earth book written in nearly 50 years, and he began to make YouTube videos on the subject, and started the International Flat Earth Research Society, known as IFRS. There are great flat Earth YouTube channels to check out, such as ODD Reality, Beyond the Imaginary Curve, and many others, including myself, who try to use basic facts and repeatable, provable observations as evidence. It took me about 8 months of research before I finally accepted the Flat Earth reality and decided to make Flat Earth videos. Flat Earth is not a psyop. Just like many other great truth movements, the Flat Earth movement has CIA agents, shills, and controlled opposition who try to steer the movement off course by using non-provable, repeatable, observable facts, but instead try to mix in disinformation with the Flat Earth truth, making it look ridiculous. If you can look at the observable and provable facts, then you will be able to see the disinformation and avoid it. There are many great researchers, YouTube channels, and websites to visit who are spreading the Flat Earth message. If the Earth is flat, then that means we are created by intelligent design and are not just advanced monkeys on a spinning ball going nowhere, but instead, our lives have a purpose and meaning. Humanity knowing its true origins and potential will cause an awakening which will destroy all the other lies we have been told. It isn't about the actual shape of the Earth that is the true matter. It's about the lie. The very fact that the psychopaths running our world would lie about the place beneath our feet shows the importance of knowing about the true shape of the Earth. The globe Earth model opened doors to many Freemasonic deceptions such as Darwinian evolution and alien space invaders. The Flat Earth truth is one of the most important truths we can know, and it will bring down the system that has enslaved us and free humanity from the greatest of all deceptions.
So there you go. You still think NASA went to the moon? If you still believe that, you're ridiculous. Okay? You're just ridiculous.